and get started. So today we're returning to an old favorite of mine, Izzet Phoenix. This is for Pioneer, of course, as they banned my pride and joy Faithless Looting in Modern, and now I had to shelf my Arclight Phoenixes for months and months, and now we're back because we get to play Ancestral Recall, which is better than Faithless Looting, as it turns out. There's still a lot of bad decks. Hey, thanks for the host, Teddy. There's still a lot of bad decks that are being played in this, like, new version. Like, 4 Lightning Axes, like, 4 slightly better Shock are not something I'm signed up for here. Like, we're going to miss Lightning Bolt in this deck dearly. We're going to miss real cantrips because Opt is, like, horrible, and there's no other real cantrips at 1 mana. We're not playing Merchant of the Veil because the card's just, like, not very good. And so there's, like, still a lot of downgrades, but this is a Pioneer deck, right? Like, this still has a lot of the semblances that we saw in Modern. You still get to keep your entire threat base. You get to keep, like I said, one of your 1-mana cantrips. You get to pick up a pretty good 1-mana spell. And then, like, you pick up Izzet Charm, which is something people were talking about trying in the Modern deck and is, like, just not quite good enough, but more than good enough for the Pioneer deck. You still have some 1-mana removal. Like, you still have a lot of the same tools that the Modern deck had access to, but I mean, obviously it's all powered down. So pretty excited about that. 20 lands I think still makes sense. There's no fetch lands in this format, so I actually think we're going to end up flooded more than we're used to. And this is something that you're going to see as Pioneer progresses, is I think especially with fetch lands, people are going to end up putting like 1 too many lands in their deck a lot. Because fetch lands are nice as they naturally thin your deck. Like, once you fetch 2 or 3 times, like, you have actually relevantly fetched your deck. Thinned your deck when you're taking further draw steps, especially as games go long. The longer games go, the more you're going to feel the lack of fetch lands. And this deck doesn't have, like, something like Faithless Looting to mitigate late game lands very well. Like, Charter Course is fine, Izzet Charm's fine, but these are all straight card disadvantage. Whereas Faithless Looting, you can, like, it's only card disadvantage on the front side, and it's card neutral on the back side. And that was part of what made Phoenix so powerful. So I expect we're going to really miss that interaction as we go forward. And I think 20 lands actually may end up being too many. We'll see. Like, 19 might be actually more correct, especially in an era of London Mulligan. Like, that just seems more correct to me. As far as 1-mana spells go, like I said, we're running low on options. We got Opt, Lightning Axe, Wild Slash. Lightning Axe is a little more reasonable, justifiable when you get to play Ancestral Recall in your deck. Like, otherwise, you could barely play like 1 or 2 in the Modern deck because the card was just horrendous. But when you have less good ways to put your Phoenixes in the graveyard and you have Treasure Cruise, Lightning Axe is actually pretty attractive, especially as it is a 1-mana spell that answers Big Chungus. You also have, like, 2-mana spells that are pretty reasonable, especially good at feeling Treasure Cruise. You have, like, Strategic Planning, which kind of, like, looks like a Thought Scour on its surface. 2 cards in the bin, plus itself, as well as 1 goes to your hand, so you can instantly hit some Phoenixes. And, of course, feels your Treasure Cruises. A little more expensive, though, at 2 mana. Charter Course can be card advantage if you get to, like, attack with a bird first, and that's, like, pretty attractive in my opinion. Like, this card that is card neutral on the front side, but randomly has the upside, I think is going to be one of our better cards that we have access to. Thing in the Ice, best card in the deck, has always been, will always be. Excited to see 4 Izzet Charm, nice and flexible, more removal, could be a counterspell in matchups where the removal's bad, and of course can just be an actual Faithless Looting when we need to get some birds in the yard. To help enable all these horrible discard outlets, we have some Fiery Tempers. It's fine if you just cast it for 3 mana. Like, in Pioneer, I think that's reasonable-ish Pioneer power level. And being able to Madness it is the big nut. So it's a card that I think may be a little too cute ultimately to pay in high numbers. Like, 3 I think is going to be too many. But I don't mind seeing like 1 or 2. I think 1 or 2 is pretty reasonable. Rounding out the threat base, we got the 4 birdies, 4 Flappy Birds. We got 2 Crackling Drake, the old Crackles, and we got 4 Ancestral Recall. So that's the deck. I mean, Ancestral Recall is a big reason why you want to play this deck. Everything else is just pretty terrible, except for the threat base. The spells are just really miserable, honestly. The spells are just atrocious. And we look at the sideboard, we got a nice column of red and blue. Apparently we don't like artifacts, and we don't like Ley Lines of the Void, which I'm not sure I agree with. I think I want some Ley Lines of the Void for the Mirror and for, like, the Kethis kind of decks for this deck here. So, looking at the sideboard, we got 4 Mystical Dispute. Love it. Love it. Mystical Dispute is criminally underplayed in this. This card should be as popular as Veil of Summer, in my opinion, in this format. Dispute is so good. Answers early Okos, like early Thing in the Ices, early Jeskai Ascendancy, going to be good against Nexus at every point in the game, basically. Wins your counter wars, counters the Treasure Cruise Dig Through Time cards. Like, it does it all. It does it all. The card's incredible. Like, I think Mystical Dispute is, like, one of the most underrated Magic cards in Pioneer, and that's saying a lot as it's already being played quite a bit. So, card's incredible. Love it. Love to see it. We have 3 Narsets. This seems extreme. Narset is a card that is good in this format. It's good against opposing Treasure Cruises and, like, obviously claps the mirror. Like, look at how many things we have to just draw more than one card a turn. But, like, why do we need 3 of them? This feels like we're overpacked for the mirror, and these cards just feels not as flexible as something else. Now, it is going to help our Nexus matchup a relevant amount. They have ways to get around it with Search for Azcanta and Tameo and stuff like that. And Dig Through Time obviously just gets around it. But they do still play, like, what, like 12-ish cantrips, and sometimes even play, like, the Inspiration variants. And so, like, it's going to be good against those. Obviously, it's still good because it finds your, like, other spells. Like, it's still card advantage. So, like, Narset's still a reasonable card. I'm not, like, get a hate on how bad it is. Just for a sideboard card we're playing 3 of, it doesn't seem as effective at accomplishing what we want it to do in this format, as long as, like, Dig Through Time's a card that's played. Brazen Borrower I like a lot. It's one of our only answers to, like, artifacts and enchantments. I think this card's going to be important, especially in the Nexus matchup, as being able to, like, be a good tempo play against the card Wilderness Reclamation. They stick Wilderness Reclamation, you get to trade their 2 mana for their 4, and then you have a threat backed up later. Like, the threat side of this is really going to matter a lot, because, like, obviously Nexus doesn't block well, and if you're spending time, like, doing, like, a tempo play, you'd much rather, like, be able to interact with them after, or, I'm sorry, have, like, a threat to follow up afterwards. Otherwise, you just kind of, like, lose value on the tempo play. So, I like the Brazen Borrower. This is a card I actually wouldn't mind having access to a second copy of. I'm about to get trained. 3 Abrade. There it is. 3 Abrade. I don't mind 3 Abrade. Enchantments are a little better than artifacts in this format right now. Like, people aren't Mystic Forging. People aren't, like, Emerying. They're not doing any of these, like, artifact-centric strategies. Like, I'm not seeing any Aether Flux Reservoirs or anything like that. I think that Abrade might be a little underpowered for a sideboard card in this format versus others. There's no Ensnaring Bridges, Chalices, anything like that we need to answer. So, like, oftentimes I feel like we're just overpaying for a Lightning Strike that doesn't go face. But I'm willing to be wrong about that and see what it actually lines up well against. But for as it stands, the primary artifacts I'm thinking about when I think, like, what matters, like, as far as artifacts in this format, it's like Sorcerer's Spyglass, Pithing Needle, and maybe Grafdigger's Cage. But, like, none of those cards are even very good against Phoenix at all. So, like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Why do we have 3 Braids? I don't know. I'm interested to find out. 2 Sweltering Suns, I like it a lot. There's sweepers are going to be important in this format. Ones that cycle, I think, are more for the main deck. I actually think I would like these better as Anger of the Gods. People have kind of forgotten Anger of the Gods exists. Yes, Anger of the Gods in my Phoenix deck is fine. We did it in Modern. It was absolutely acceptable. The games where exiling matters, it's going to be more than worth it to lose a Phoenix permanently along with it. And the times that, like, you just don't have Phoenix in, if you don't have a Phoenix in play, it's just, like, strictly better. So what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? So, big fan of Anger of the Gods over Sweltering Suns, but we'll see. Like I said, I didn't actually make this list. This has got second place at the NRG series over the weekend, so that is where I'm getting this list from, and I'm not planning on changing any cards until I have played some games with it. Last but not least, you got Chandra, Torch of Defiance. This is going to be our best card in a lot of fair matchups, other than Treasure Cruise, of course. And it's going to be good in the mirror as it answers Thing in the Ice. So I think this card is going to be pretty important. This is actually a card we may want a third copy of in this format. We'll see. Like, maybe one of these becomes like a Chandra or something because it's a little better in the mirror. It's good clock. It's good against all the fair stuff. But I'm a little worried about our black-based, like, fair matchups. Like the push decks, the Thoughtseize decks. I'm worried about all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. We'll see. Let's check it out. See what's going on. Going on a cruise in class. Love to see it. I've used for Merch in my deck. Yeah, Merchant's unplayable. All the shitty Pioneer cards. There's not even that many Pioneer cards. That is the Pioneer PTQ Finals. I want to play in a Pioneer League. Yeet. I just started referring to it as Pyroblast. Yeah, it's like blue Pyroblast. It's unbelievable. Mystical Dispute's broken. Is it in Soul? Royal Signs doesn't cut it. Yeah, Royal Signs is an interesting one. I think... So here's my thought, actually. I think if we can convince ourselves to go down to playing, like, more one-mana cantrips that suck, so stay with me here, like Quicken. Quicken sucks. It's just blue mana cycle, right? but we have enough spell synergies that it's probably fine. And if we start playing, like, if we play, like, 4 Opt, 4 Quicken, we could, like, play this deck that plays Dreadhorde Arcanist. And I think at the point at which we get to play Dreadhorde Arcanist, that Royal Silence is really interesting. That's something I'm going to be kind of keeping in mind as well, but whatever. This has a turn 2 TT. I don't think I've ever mulliganed this hand in my life, so I'm not planning on starting now. Ugh. Quicken is hot. I mean, it's bad. Quicken is not a good Magic card. But for the sake of drawing a card under Arcanist, it does do that. Second Thing in the Ice. You don't hate to see it. Now, Thing in the Ice is harder to flip in this deck, so the opportunity cost for just playing the second one... Am I getting countered here? Okay. The opportunity cost of playing the second one is still pretty low, so I am probably going to play the second one next turn. And I can't just Wild Slash. Like, if we see a green land here and it turns out they're on Nexus, like, I'm just going to Wild Slash them and try to flip both things. Search for Azcanta. Well, now we can get Supreme Verdicted. Ooh. Now I really need to think about what we're doing here. Our hand is bad. Our hand is really bad. Also, if I just get Detention Sphered, I feel like an idiot. I don't think I can actually play the second Thing in the Ice because there's just so many good answers in this format. Which honestly kind of sucks. Okay. Now, unfortunately, this format, there's no Path to Exile, so we can't, like, get equity out of, like, our Thing in the Ice. If they answer our Thing in the Ice, it's going to be with, like, Last Breath or something, and we're not going to get any tangible card advantage out of it. Instep. Draw 2, discard 2. Always yield. And this is going to be a Rest in Peace deck. I think we're in a little bit of trouble here. Fiery Temper. I don't like Wild Slash at all. So I think even though it's a spell, we're going to discard it. It's a trigger. Cast, target you. Pay a red. Nuke ya. Shoot you in the face. 3 cards. So we're going to be a card off unless we find Strategic Planning, which we did not. Alright, so we could play Thing, try to hit another 1-mana spell. I don't think I'm going to do that. Uh-oh, here it comes. We're just going to flood out like an idiot. Sure. Cast, target you. Flip, get removal spell to hate myself. That about sums up what's about to happen here. Although we have Treasure Cruise dialed up, so maybe we're okay. Okay. In an ideal world, like, this is going to happen. We're going to get hit for 7 in, and then we're going to be able to, they're going to Supreme Verdict us, and then we're going to, like, be able to untap with Thing of the Ice Treasure Cruise and just be living great. Because they have to answer this. Even, like, Little Teferi'd be fine. Puke. Now, I hate myself. Because we are just going to get our Treasure Cruise countered, and we're going to lose the game on the spot. Hey, Drake. How does it feel to reconnect with Phoenix? So far, there's no Phoenixes, so I haven't feel very connected. Weren't people had Izzet Charm and Temper in their modern Phoenix decks? I do. It was unplayable at that time. What are we doing? Land. Oh, they're going to play something. How nice of them. Narset. That's game. Maybe not. I should have held that land. I'm used to, like, caring about my 5th land drop because of Flashback Phoenix and, I'm sorry, Flashback the stupid looting, but we don't have that in this format, and I just literally played that land out of habit. Legitimately just played that land out of habit, like a Chungus. And here we go. I can't imagine this matchup is anything close to winnable. Where's Ryan? Ryan's right. Yeah, this matchup feels so bad. Yeah. No shit. I feel dead. Maybe there's a universe where I draw another burn spell after having spewed all my burn spells. I mean, I was trying to get them dead, but now I feel like an idiot. 5 minutes, very tuck your Phoenix. Cast out? Okay, my guy. Something playable. It's probably not worth continuing to play. Whatever. We'll play a few more turns to just show you how unwinnable this is, but it is not remotely. Dig Through Time would look a lot better here. Not that I think this deck can play Dig Through Time because we care about having the extra cards to discard, but jeez. Right. They've even been to Supreme Verdict, so we know they probably have another one. Why no red finales? Because, Shadows, your graveyard is already under so much contention with Treasure Cruise. Like, you're delving out so much of your graveyard. And Treasure Cruise is your best spell, so you can't, like, delve that out anyway. Like, you can't, I'm sorry, you can't, like, cast it with Finale. So as long as Treasure Cruise is legal, you're not going to be finaleing people. They're probably playing Approach, too. I mean, it doesn't matter what their win condition is. We're very dead. The reason I'm continuing to play is there's, like, I think I have one more turn where I could... Okay, never mind. I'm probably still going to try to draw the red removal spell, but if I draw, like, a red burn spell for this and Treasure Cruise into the ball sacks, maybe we're okay. Sure. Bird. Combat. Attack Narset. Now the question is, do I play around? Like, they probably have veto, right? Alright. Alright. Alright, dude. You got it. Right. Close. Close games. Alright. Let's bring in the whole kitchen sink. The whole thing. We're going to bring in Borrower just because, like, I think being able to bounce, like, a Narset to resolve a Treasure Cruise or just bounce, like, a cast out is going to be, like, very acceptable. The burn spell's gotta go. We'll start with Lightning Axe and Wild Slash. Thing in the Ice is much worse in this version of the deck than in others. I think I like Temper still. I think I'm going to leave Temper in my deck. I don't really want to trim Thing in the Ice very much. The thing is, if we get Rest in Peace, I just feel like the game is over. Whatever, we'll trim a Thing. See what happens. Trim a Thing. Izzet Charm is fine. Maybe trim a Temper. Yikes. Alright, we'll trim the other one. Maybe we can trim a Treasure Cruise. Is that idiotic? I'm gonna trim a Treasure Cruise. Gosh, this feels so stupid. Trimming a Treasure Cruise, but like if they have Narset plus Rest in Peace, the card's just terrible. Do you agree with assessment? Control is the worst archetype and rarely correct to play it. I mean, that's such an arbitrary metric. Like, the worst archetype is 60 basics. Like, I think that in general, playing reactive decks is inherently flawed over playing proactive decks. Like, your reactive deck has to be very, very powerful. Genuinely broken, probably, to justify playing it over a proactive deck because of the equity you spew, especially in modern day card design where like the proactive threats are just like miles better than the answers. Like there's not even Lightning Bolt in this format, which says a lot about like the threats answers like tension in the last few years. Like we're playing this thing. I'm trying to talk myself into this hand and I think it's just a mistake to do so. Yeesh. You would think it gets better, but they just resolve a rip? Yeah, I mean, whatever. We're going to Snare Thopter and hope that's going to be good enough. At least there's no Blood Moon in this format, I suppose. I'm gonna shock. I don't actually know if I'm gonna cast this opt. Like, I shocked, and I don't know if I want to cast it. But if I don't cast it, I feel like it gives away that I have this dispute. So I think the equity I have from, like, selling I don't have dispute, and that I was just shocking for opt, is not worth holding it and getting a little extra value out of it. Well, definitely happy I bought him to that. Response, surgical extraction, you're opt. What are you doing? Blood Moon is great for us. There's no Blood Moon in this format. It's like terrible. Because there's no fetch lands. There's not even, oh, I guess there's what's it called? Fable Passers. That's fine. Crackling Drake or Royal Scions. I'm playing Crackling Drake in this deck, but I didn't make this deck. What, Teddy? What? What are we doing? Boop. Another land. A. Nice. I mean, we'll hold up our stupid Izzet Charm for their rip and hope we don't die. Cursed, rest in peace. Okay. I'm going to wait a turn on casting Narset because I can do it with Dispute backup. My opponent has disconnected. F in the chat, everybody. Please, can I get the Fs in the chat for my opponent that is no longer with us? Pioneer feels like a jam as many Planeswalkers in my deck as possible, but still castable. I don't think that's true at all. I think Planeswalkers actually are not great in Pioneer right now because the threats are so much better than the answers. So protecting Planeswalkers is incredibly difficult. That's why Teferi hasn't actually been running this format over. And why the fair Planeswalker decks haven't been running this format over. Like, Oko hasn't been crushing in Pioneer because protecting it is much harder. Because the answers suck. Thank you, Hunter Hunter. Somebody listens. Is that how your blue-white control opponents sound? Most blue-white control opponents do fancy themselves to be quite intelligent. Which is probably why, like, casuals hate control players so much, right? Because, like, they just always give off this, like, cocky vibe. One blue source. Nice. Alright, well, I guess we're going to shock. And I'm going to play a Narset. You're going to attempt to counter it. I'm going to dispute. You didn't attempt to counter it. Dispute, dispute. Strategic planning. Well, I think another dispute has diminishing returns, so... And them knowing about it, I think, is also really, really bad. So, we're not going to take it. Blow up your land. Probably grabbing a blue source, so we'll float red. At least they went to combat first. Guess there's like a universe where I could like Izzet Charm plus find some free spells or something. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing here. I could get ripped here, but I don't really care. My plan is to just like Chungus. Alright. Strategic planning again. Where's a Baral when you need one? These are like 100 mana. Narset. Izzet Charm. I'll take another Narset. We can hold up counter magic, or we can just cast a planning. Phoenix and some reefs. I actually do want to land, so this is actually pretty sick. That we get to bend the thing, and I am actually interested in playing a land. We could try to bring this Phoenix back. Okay, there's like some high upside stuff here. So if we like chart a course, find a 1-mana spell, we can bring 2 Phoenixes back. But if we don't find it, then I feel like a Chungus. And I feel like I spewed equity. Whatever. I like my high upside plays. We're going to try to find a 1-mana spell. Although I did cut Wild Slashes, so it's just like ops. That's unfortunate. Alright. Well, now we're weak to a rip. Because I just went and spewed a bunch of cards into the graveyard. I don't think they would just be holding Rest in Peace this whole time, but there's a chance. Alright, that's a lot of lands. We don't need that many lands. I don't know what we're doing here, but we don't need that many lands. Alright, 5 more birds. We're going to try to bring them all back. Temper, Drake, Izzet Charm. Temper makes a lot of sense. Because we could just Izzet Charm, hit, then Temper. But then I have, like, no counter magic. No, I'm going to take the Temper. It lets me hold up Dispute. And I think that's like a real argument for actually doing this. Wow. This is, like, really bad. Okay. Temper you. Being ready to do so. Like, I don't think this Narset's just shutting down their whole hand, so I don't really know what's going on here. Flappy Birds. Seal away me, bro. Give me the business. What if they had Settle the Wreckage? How gross would that be? It'd be pretty gross. I expect we're going to get at least one Seal awayed. But card advantage. Oh my fucking god. Ugh. Well, I didn't actually think they would play that card, but they did. It's just not a card I'm ever going to be like, you have this. I'm going to make you have it every time. What are you doing? Archangel Avacyn? Sure, my guy. Well, that's not great. Huh, how about that? Or not Archangel Avacyn. The one that's better. Lyra. Yeah, that chick. Yeah, I mean, I just got Max punished. Could have, like, disputed that. Didn't. Could have, like, done a lot of things. Didn't. Whatever, we need help. Let's find it. Alright, this is where it starts, I guess. Treasure Cruise. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pay a blue. Ancestral Recall. Crackling Drake. It's pretty good. Crackling Drake. Play land. Let's opt. Bottom thing. The bird. We'll leave the bird back. And we're just going to kind of try to race, I think, with Crackling Drake. Let's see how that goes. My plan is to chump block with Arclight Phoenix. I imagine they're going to have sealaways and stuff, so we're probably going to have to pair up multiple disputes in order to actually get anything accomplished here. Big Sack is here. What's up, Big Sack? I mean, I'll block. Yeet. We're getting to the territory where we're going to have to hold up double dispute, which is, like, fine. How many cards are left? We only have 25 cards left in our deck. I'm not actually sure we can win the game with that many cards left. Watched the World Cup yesterday and talked to Uber about homesteads. I'm hype. I'm hype as well, Tannen. What are you doing? What is this? It seems like something that should get mystical disputed. I mean, this, they almost certainly have negate backup or dispute backup or something, but, I mean, oh, it worked. I never in a million years would have called that as working. All right, well, I mean, if we have a chance this game, it's going to involve Crackling Drake and a lot of counter magic, so We got one Arclight Phoenix. Can we actually kill them? I don't know. Let's try. Chart, of course, Brazen Borrower. Brazen Borrower is nice, actually. But I want spells. I guess we have plenty of mana to find spells. This is 14. We can pick this up. We have access to Dispute. So let's... Narset. No, let's lead on Brazen Borrower, I guess. Brazen Borrower, pick this up. Can dispute it on the way back down. Petty Theft. Bounce this. Yeet that to the Shadow Realm. That's a second spell cast. Hey, thanks for the sub, Mo. You're playing Brazen Borrower? Yeah, card's broken. And then we just need a single spell to bring back the Phoenix and hit them for 1 billion. So I guess we'll just spew the chart, of course. I mean, we have a card we want to discard anyway. All right, there we go. Now let's get back the homie. Hit you for a gajillion. Don't seal away me, bro. Yep, there it is. I guess we need red. Karen, unless you pay 2. Stop it. Hits them for 1 more. 16, 19. We're 3 spells off. Maybe I could have, like, looting into 2 spells to put it to 18 and, like, disputed that or something. I don't think I have enough mana for that. Alright, never mind. I couldn't have done that. Put you to 3. Go. We got access to a lethal threat at instant speed now, just chilling in exile, so that's not a bad spot to be. We might actually win this game. I think we have another Fiery Temper in our deck, too. Sorry, had to do trade. Oh, that's fine. Let's look. What do we have in our deck? Yeah, we have a Fire Temper. Seal away. Fuck. Alright, the seal away is fine because we don't actually need our Crackling Drake anymore. Alright, they just have like a Wrath. That's fine. See aforementioned reasons as to why that is fine. It's like a Planeswalker, it's just a Lyra. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, you're at 3. Let's play Narset. Keep this one. Down tick. Ding. Fiery Temper. Red. Red. Cast target you! Bolt you! Bolt you! You're not letting me bolt you! Why are you conceding? Where are you going? I want to bolt you. Alright, we got him. We did not get... Rest in Peace, which is nice, but I now feel incentivized to have, like, Lightning Axe or 2 in my deck, which makes me feel like an idiot. Because I don't want that card in my deck. The card's really bad. Ugh, what if we just plan to counter the Lyra? Like, Lyra is such a pain. But it does get countered by Mystical Dispute, bounced by Brazen Borrower, and flipped up by Thing in the Ice. Duh, it's a Fae. So good. Play Magmatic? Right. Thanks for the meme. What is our plan to beat Lyra? Lightning Axe is so freaking bad. But Lyra is so hard to beat. I guess we have, like, good ways to get rid of it. So maybe we just put the stupid Lightning Axe in our deck and lament our misery. Fire Tempers were kind of nice. Actually, kind of want to hold on to those. I don't want to cut another Treasure Cruise, but maybe I should. The card was so good there. It was just unbelievable when it works. We need to be playing, like, Negates. This 4 Dispute thing is nice, but Negate seems like a card we want access to. Or Stroke. Disdainful Stroke's really good. I mean, we have all the counter magic in our deck, but the only thing that actually counters Lyra is Mystical Dispute, which is, like, not at all what it's there for. Blech. I mean, we did kind of get to do the backswing thing that I wanted to do. I'm just sitting here tanking on playing bad cards. I mean, Brazen Borrower was great. I'm not cutting that one. All right, I'm just gonna hope Lyra doesn't exist. We have an answer to it. It's gonna be fine. Where's our main deck? Yeah, Shadows is just tilt. Cut a thing. Thing's a threat. I don't want to cut thing. This hand's really good, actually. I fuck with this hand. Like, thing being a threat, I guess, is like another answer to Lyra. I mean, that was going to be our backup plan there, was just like play some things and be like, all right, flip them. Main deck Ari was so correct. You are so wrong. Keep. I have the screenshot. Dude, I never said main deck Ari was good. I did register it. I registered it in multiple tournaments. The card was fine. It was bad main deck. Go. Don't rip me, bro. Don't rip me. Don't rip me. What are we going to do? You going to rip me? I mean, I still played it. I played it in the sideboard. It was a fine answer to Walker's out of the board. In a fine, like, graveyard juke. Just, like, sucked in the main deck. We opting? Dude, if he opts here... Oh, if I had a dispute, I would dispute the crap out of this. They don't have a land drop. Let's opt in response. We're going to look for a dispute. Is this a dispute? It is. Top it. Counter it. I would counter the crap out of this opt. Just like, get him. The old get him. Let's see what they do. Let's see what they do. One card on top. No, they found the land. We're so unlucky. What land is it? Is it a Field of Ruin? It's another irrigated farmland. Alright, it'd be like that. What are we doing? What is our plan this game? Because I feel like our plan isn't good. We're just like opting a bunch and we're gonna treasure cruise and hope it works. Not getting ripped is nice. Opt. This is like kind of a spew, but we don't really have that many. Top this? Yeah, I'll top this. It's a spell. I'm willing to top most spells. I think I'm gonna opt again. Try to find a land. Narset. Narset's a complicated one for me. I think we want lands. I hate this. I don't want to bottom this. I can't bring myself to do it, chat. We're going to draw another land. Have faith. I probably should have bottomed that. Oh, I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky, chat. I am the luckiest. All right, we're going to hold the rest of our spells. We have like no 1-mana spells in our deck now, so flipping a thing in the ice is just never going to happen. Just get used to it. It's not happening. What is this? Narset. Seems like something I should dispute. Okay, let's look at that. Dispel? Okay, my guy! They didn't tick down? Alright. Shock. Here's a Chandra. Tick up. Would we exile land? Seems fine to me. They untap with it. It's like unfortunate, but we do still have the temper. I don't know actually who's favored here. They don't have a land and they're not down ticking their thing. So let's just tick up. Arclight Phoenix. Yeah, I'll guess that. Flappy Bird. Combat. Hayat the Narset. Spend a card. Sounds good to me. Getting card advantage off Chandra is nice. We're also plussing to the ults. And they're drawing to land. I think they're looking for a land for Teferi to tuck our Chandra. And as long as they're missing, we're in good shape. Plus up the Chandra. Fiery Temper. Don't mind if I do. I don't think I want to do anything else this turn. I could play Narset. Make the music counterspell. Making the music counterspell is attractive. I think I'm going to do that. Oh, they didn't. PogChamp. What do we got? Strategic planning, getting around Narset is disgusting. Love to see it. All right, we're doing stuff. This chick ults next turn, right? Love to see it. They have to spike the land or they just die to this Chandra ult? I like dying to Chandra ult. Dead? Are you dead? She won on turn 2 in Standard. I played Goose. He played Oko. I mean, yeah. Oh, look at that. Just down-ticking the Narset to find an answer. I think that's a sign of desperation. Are you dead? But cast out. Lame. Whatever. We'll be okay. Yep. Fine by me. Alright. Let's down-tick. Find a strategic planning. The Borrower's on bottom of our deck, which is moderately relevant. Plays planning. Another Chandra? Well, that's just not close. How many cards in our graveyard? 8? Well, I think we're going to play land, play Chandra. Red. Dude, Chandra's been great. Holy cow. Chandra. Tick up. Treasure Cruise. Thing in the ice. No. And I think we're going to just cast Treasure Cruise. Alright, back up to 7 cards. Got the whole Christmas list. We got 2 walkers in play. I still feel pretty good. I feel pretty good. We're doing alright. And they're still passing? Love to see it. Alright. Let's lead off with plus. Treasure Cruise? Can I cast that? I'm gonna try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cast it. If they countered, I don't really care. It's about the card advantage. Oh yeah, look at that. This is so sick. I'll play a land. I'll pick one. I guess it doesn't super matter. Play this. You play Thing. Is playing Thing better than holding up Dispute? I think so, because like I said, I think they have Teferi. So I think we're just gonna pass. Discard this and 2 lands. Seems fine to me. Fuels the next Treasure Cruise. Combat, huh? You got it, my guy. Land. Tick up the old Chandra. I'm playing lands out because of that exact scenario. This exact scenario. Cast. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, we're just going to cast all the Treasure Cruises. Hope this is alright. Alright, we're doing it. Blue. Red. I think we're supposed to chart a course. And then discard the temper. Okay. Target you. Red. Now they have to answer like Chandra, Phoenix, the whole Christmas list of stuff. And we have to discard like 1,000 cards. Discard 3 cards. It's so funny. Sure. Should we attack? That's a good question. Actually, like, I don't want to give them targets for Settle and for Seal Away. I actually think I'm going to hold the bird back, which feels really stupid. But it's just going to get exiled, and I'd rather just protect it. Alright, I'm just going to protect it. Alright, what are we discarding? I don't think I need the 9th Narset. We have plenty of card advantage. We'll discard this, and we'll discard a chart, of course. Alright. You got your Teferi. We're going to dispute it, and hopefully that'll be the end of the game. Because, like, you have to answer Chandra, right? Like, you have to play your Teferi. Yep. And then we dispute it, and the game ends. Boop. I got it. See, the matchup's easy. Where are you at, Ryan? Hey, what's up, Mo? Cleanup step temper. I wanted to get the bird back. Look, we just crushed it. Match was easy. PogChamp, not hard. Dude, Chandra looked broken. Holy shit. Chandra's great. I hear Team Super never did Team Regular has no the prestigious Alabama Legacy League. It did, in fact, Mo. It did, in fact. I'm here for some sweet seasons past. Well, that's going to be next, Ken, so it's going to be a bit. Basic Land Shark. Hey, Drake, teach me this deck. Well, what you do is you plus up Chandra and you hit all your treasure cruises and then you cast them. It's broken. I think Glorybringer is very medium in this deck sideboard. Quite like this hand is very bad. Mulligan. This hand is more justifiable. Extra Cruise is less likely to matter than the Lightning Axe. And Cruise to Lightning Axe is good. Like, they're going to play Mana Dark here, and we're just going to shoot it. Oh, fuck, it's Marvel. Puke. Oh, that was a good draw. You do not hate to see it. And it means we don't have to cast our Opt to find a threat. Overall, pretty happy with how that turn just went. Do you think Phoenix will still be playable if Cruise got banned? I'm not even sure that Phoenix is playable now. So that's a difficult question. If they ban like Dig and Cruise, there's a chance, yeah. Alright, we're going to Lightning Axe the book out of that. And I think we're going to discard a land because I'm a monster. Cast, additional cost, discard a card. This, discarding Island? Sure. Bleh. Thing. Card disadvantage is a tilt, but I don't know. I just kind of want to not... Oh, get Oko'd. Ugh, puke. Create a food. I mean, okay, my guy. You got it. Here's the thing. Like, this means all I have to do is flip a single thing in the ice, and we're there. Now, it's going to involve casting this Treasure Cruise, so we're going to have to hit, like, a strategic planning or something, I think. But, I don't know. We could get there. Oko, my favorite card. Oko's fine. This is the exact matchup I was actually a little worried about, is these Sultai Fair decks. Like, this is probably going to be a Fatal Push deck, and which is why I prioritize playing the second thing in the ice, because I want to be able to bounce a Oko, or, I'm sorry, bounce any, like, blockers they have for Oko and then kill Oko. But I think what they're actually going to do is I think they're going to plus up to Elk, one of my thing in the ices, and I think they're going to push the other one. Puke. I mean, okay. Actually, I want you to take the Opt, I think. What? You took my Treasure Cruise? I am utterly shocked that this is how this is played out. Create a food. You got it, my guy. Let's leave. You got it. Alright, I guess we need to find a removal spell. But our deck has a lot of them, so. That is not it. Neither is that. That's reasonable. Alright. Now, there's a real question on whether or not we should, like, even be doing this. Because, like, they could just trade my food for the Phoenix. But if we flip the thing in the ices, the Phoenix comes back, and I want to make the Oko, like, in order to trade, like, to start taking my thing in the ices and stuff, you have to, like, actually get rid of your Oko, which would be nice. I think we're probably dead unless you draw a Treasure Cruise, but you never know. We've already been through two of them, too. Like, we know one's in the bottom of our deck and we haven't shuffled. So, that's gross. Alright, Drake Shadows doesn't know what the prestigious Alabama Legacy League is. Why don't you let him know? No, I think you got this one. I think you got this one. The prestigious Legacy League. Let him know, Mo. From one sub to another. Where's the build without Thing in the Ice in the main board and main board Planeswalkers? I think that's a lot worse. Thing in the Ice is one of the best cards in your deck. Is this like a Obnixilis or something ridiculous? Because I'll probably die to that. Wiccan Wolf? Alright, my guy. I get it. I get it. I get the joke. Sure, dude. Does it regenerate it? Oh, it just taps it. It's functional regeneration. Hit me for 2. Okay. We need help. Treasure Cruise. Off the top. Here it comes. Alright. So you're saying there's a chance. Though they're holding up Fatal Push. Strategic planning. Well, I think that ship has now sailed. Gross. Yikes. I feel so dead. I feel so dead. Now they can't trade, which is nice, but they can just elk the thing, and we probably just die. Oko's so unbeatable. Okay. Okay, hit me for 1,000. I'm not really sure what we could have done this game. On time, pal. Need to come up with, like, blockers. I'm just going to Hail Mary to Treasure Cruise. I don't really know what gets me out, but I'm going to draw 2 cards with Chart of Course and hope that's good enough. Wild Slash. So we can Wild Slash this, Lightning Axe this, take 7, go to 2, try to come up with a reasonable game plan. I'm sorry, we end up going to 1. How reasonable. Alright, I mean, it involves a lot of help, but I think we're dead. It involves Treasure Cruise into some broken stuff. Oh, can you just sack this? Oh, yeah, you can just sack this. Wow, I'm a Chungus. Wait, no, that taps it. I'm an idiot. He's an idiot, and I'm an idiot. It taps it. That's why I didn't think about it. Oh, I'm a Chungus. One good punt deserves another, I suppose. You have to attack with it first, and then sack. Ugh. Opponent, be better so I don't feel like an idiot for punting. Alright. So, like, there's a question of now, like, what matters in this matchup. Like, they have reasonable pressure for the walkers. So, like, I think Chandra's good, but I think there's a chance Narset's bad. I think that Dispute is questionable because they're just, like, a black-based deck. I think Lightning Axe is heinous. So we're gonna cut all the Lightning Axes. I think it's very, very bad. I don't care what they have. It's awful. It's bad. Probably gonna board on the Narsets anyway. Just like try to find Treasure Cruises. Call it a day. I think Wild Slash is fine. How good is Thing in the Ice? I mean, if we're playing the Planeswalker people, maybe Thing in the Ice just sucks. Bring like a Dispute. Is that nonsense? Is Dispute nonsense? Dispute looks like nonsense. Play like this clown. What is this? What does this card accomplish for me? Not this card. This card. Could also play like this Chungus. Like, just like try to kill multiple things. Cycles when you don't need it. I don't know. Just moving cards around. What if Temper's kind of bad? Temper's bad. We keep things. Yeet. Mystical Dispute. Just bringing the walkers. Sure. This doesn't look like Chad's list. This is not Chad's list. This is the list that got second in the energy. Placed notably better than Chad. Can you tell me how bad they got started? Just Drew and Oko, easy format. I mean, it's easy matchup. Like, I don't think it's going to be like... Imagine if you were playing against, like, Jeskai Ascendancy or Nexus. Like, Oko just does literally nothing. Oh, this hand is unplayable. Hey, that's just Prime 3. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. This is a hand I want to keep, even though it's, like, light on lands. I also think bullding against the Thoughtseize deck makes you feel like an idiot. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to bottom this Fiery Temper. I'm just going to hope to get lucky, because this hand has so much upside. Like, on the play, just spiking a land is really good. My opponent mulled to 5. Maybe I should have. I feel dumb having them mulligan more. Borrower doesn't seem bad. Borrower might have been fine. I'm willing to see Borrower might be good. Easy format. Meh. I don't know. I actually think Oko is like a little overrated in Pioneer. Especially because like one of the premium removal spells are like Abrupt Decay kind of decks. Gooser. Oh, no. Oh, well. I was like, I want to Wild Slash that, I think. I was originally thinking of saving it, but I can't because of Oko. So I definitely should have Wild Slashed that. What if I just didn't Wild Slash it? What if I Izzet Charmed it? What if I just passed? I'm going to do that. I can Izzet Charm the Oko, and that way they use the stupid elk thing too. I actually think that's by far the best. Like, this Izzet Charm trades the highest value thing, and, like, they lose the food. They just lose all this stuff. I think it's all fine. Everything's fine. And Standard Drake? Standard's not a format. Nobody plays Standard. Like, what is Standard? Check this out. Nope. I think you're missing lands. Dispute me. No, I'm an idiot. Oh no, it's another Gooser. Okay. You got me. Well, they have no more energy, which is kind of nice. So we Narset down tick. They can do the thing. Here's one of these. Do we just go ahead and Wild Slash a Gooser? I think we do. Yeah, we'll Wild Slash a Gooser. Played this game. Not the best. Not the best. What decisions there were to make. Here comes Oko. Fine by me. Elk the thing in the ice. Deciding. They want to be greedy and plus make a food. Seems dumb. Although the mana is pretty bad. Opponent. Hello. Who there? Create a food. So greedy. No, I don't want F6! I'm such an idiot. I like F6 because they were taking forever. Dude, holy cow. My moto mechanics have been chungus. What is this? Rogue Refiner? Sure. This doesn't really matter. I just lost out on the strategic planning equity. Makes me feel like an idiot. Duress? Okay. Damn. Yeah, I should have cast strategic planning. Oops. Whatever. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I don't know why we're freaking out. As long as they don't elk the thing in the ice, we're okay. Actually, even if they elk the thing in the ice, we're still okay. Like, my hand is still good enough. It might bail me out from playing like a Chungus. But Oko is very frustrating to play against, as Izzet Phoenix, because Thing in the Ice is so bad. Actually, I think if I were to play this match again, I think I would board out all my Thing in the Ices. Like, it feels like such a waste of time trying to, like, enable this card when it just gets shut down by everything this Planeswalker's doing in this matchup. So, like, this is one of my concerns against the Fatal Push, like, style decks, was that I would not be able to, like, do anything with my Thing in the Ices. My whole deck just, like, kind of wouldn't function, because they're going to have, like, walkers and just better card advantage sources than, like, and our Treasure Cruisers just aren't going to be able to keep up. That's greedy. Exchange control. Okay. Strategic planning. Take Treasure Cruise. Can we cast it? Or one short? Okay. Elk this. You become a 3/3 elk? Yeah, I hated cutting things a lot when I played the old version, but I think it's a lot better now. It's much more defensible. Rogue Refiner. I think the energy thing they're doing is kind of stupid. Like, they won the game because of Oko, but, like, why are they doing this thing? Duress. All right, you got it. Let's move on with our life. I've punted enough. This matchup's embarrassing enough. Let's just move on with our lives. I think that's, like, something worth exploring if Phoenix becomes relevant in this format, is the black-based fair decks may actually be reasonable choices. Because right now they're unplayable because of Nexus of Fate. And, like, that whole deck's just very good. Like, you play Veil of Summers, Tamios, like, Nexus. The whole Nexus deck is just very good against the black-based control decks. So I actually don't think, like, if you're preparing for a tournament right now, the black-based control decks are playable, which maybe puts Phoenix into the conversation. But I think that a lot would have to change were the black decks not being kept in check by, like, more powerful, go over the top of you, like, big spell decks. Although, I bet the black decks are actually good against Ascendancy. Like, Jeskai Ascendancy style decks. I'm playing Pioneer to escape Soul Typhoon. Fair. They were doing, like, food and energy things. They just, like, shuffled the decks together. We're like, alright, let's see what the playable pieces out of both these are. Oh, by the way, Mo, I forgot to tell you goodbye. Goodbye. I'm playing Soul Typhoon. Why? Like, why are you playing Standard? There's, like, no Standard events, right? Unless you're playing in the MC. Which might be the least watched MC ever. I don't really know. I guess the metrics on what it would have to beat to be the least watched MC. Because MTGO is $1 billion. Use a rental service. May I recommend managers using code TeamNovaMTG for 20% off. No, there's going to be coverage. It's just like, who cares about the food mirrors? There's no relevant standard tournaments. Like, rental services are too. I did try it, though. Huh? They should give it a shot. I mean, rental services are expensive. Be in trusty. Okay. Hand's reasonable. Needs a faster threat than the old Crackle Dackle, but it's fine. I think we're going to spew this opt looking for something that does anything. We're going to go like opt strategic planning and just try to treasure cruise as quickly as possible. Blue-white again. Wow. People do not... I don't know if Phoenix is just bad or if people are incidentally hating on Phoenix. Ugh, now I feel like an idiot for topping that land, but it looked so attractive at the time. But this looks pretty embarrassing. I'm going to take the only spell. I'm going to have to cast this Chart, of course, next turn, I think, because of the threat of Narset. Jeez. And we just have 1,000 lands that we can get rid of. Chart, of course. Bird. Huh. Bird is really interesting. I think I want to get rid of a land. I think we're going to hold Bird. Like, if we don't get Narsetted, then we're in okay shape. If we draw a 1-mana spell, we get Bird back. Like, if we draw Treasure Cruise, how disgusting would that be? And if we get Narsetted, I want to Phoenix. Like, just 4-mana Phoenix. Okay. Let's play land. Red. Let's... Chart, of course. Lightning Axe. Lightning Axe is not a card with text. I'm going to discard Arclight Phoenix and pass. Feels weird, but I think with Izzet Charm being able to be held up, that's like the most appealing thing to do. Is just like make land drops, go toe-to-toe with this blue-white deck on mana until we draw a Treasure Cruise, and then try to resolve that. Opt. Alright, now I want this bird back. Okay. What does that look like? Looks like leading off with Opt, I think. Treasure Cruise. That's not a Treasure Cruise. That's not a Treasure Cruise either. Planning. More birds. Opt is fine. I think we're going to opt. Treasure Cruise. None of these are treasure cruise. Which is, all told, really unfortunate. If they go to exile it, we're just going to Fatal Push. Or, I mean, we're going to... Yeah, we're just going to, like, Wild Slash it. Can it exile itself? No, that's an opponent controls. Punt. You have a Teferi. Little Teferi. Okay. Pick up, cast out. Looks reasonable to me. Lightning Axe. Draw 2, discard 2. Wow. These are really bad. I mean, land Lightning Axe, I guess. I don't know what it looks like where I'm using this. Hey, GTL Starburst, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. It's a counterspell. Syncopate. Woof. I will not pay for Syncopate. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Anyways. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of what it looks like the games we lose, right? The games where we just don't draw Treasure Cruise through multiple cantrips. I mean, we've been through over half our deck, haven't drawn a Treasure Cruise. It's just be like that, I guess. Oh. I mean, they can cast out this, but whatever. Oh, I should play around Dispute by playing the land first, I think. Okay, it's countered. We know about cast out. We know about probably multiple sweepers. We know about shock. What is the 8th mana relevant for? Cast out, maybe double cast out. All right, we're done here. We're wasting our time. Boop. Whew. That was rough. Well, let's run it back. What we did before. I liked it a lot. Now, I don't know if they're going to have Lyra, but I didn't really respect Lyra last time either. So I'm not planning on changing that. I think I want to cut more Thing in the Ices than I did last time. I think I only cut 1. I think I'm going to cut 2. And the 4 Wild Slashes. I cut a Fiery Temper instead. Yeah, Fiery Temper's way better. Fiery Temper's like a reasonable magic card, I think. And, like, we can actually take down a Lyra with Izzet Charm plus Fiery Temper. It's like 5 mana, but, like, if you gotta do what you gotta do. Does Pioneer now offer challenge points? I don't know. I think so. Standard's so toxic. I don't know if Standard's toxic. I heard the gameplay is actually good. It's just a one-deck format. Alright, yep, we'll mulligan that. Jeez. I mean, I don't want to mulligan further against control decks, but this hand is not good. Like, if it wasn't for, like, I don't know, Charter Course being, like, card neutral, I think I'd probably have to mulligan this too. Which is, like, honestly really depressing. Jeez. Yeah, I think this deck needs to play, like, 1 less land. This is pretty bad. Alright, my guy. Sure, let's do it. They have Rip. We'll probably just move on with our lives. They do not. So we will play on Noble Us. Izzet Charm. This is a weird one. I think we're supposed to hold it, so I'm going to. Because, like, we have a bunch of spell payoffs, like Phoenixes and stuff, and it also functions as a counter spell for multiple things. So I think we're just going to hold it as long as possible, although I'm willing to counter that. Might get disputed, though. Nope, they spewed their dispute already. Planeswalker. Treasure Cruise? Can we cast that? There's 3 cards in the graveyard. 5th. Alright, you didn't have it last turn. You're not going to have it this turn. No dispute. Poppy! Got him. Look at that. Look at that. Everything worked out. We treasure cruised. We got to Ancestral Recall. They can play their 5-mana Teferi now. We're actually in good shape. Oh, Narset. Oh, womp womp. You one of those that likes to downtick? No, you're not. That's no fun. So we can shock. And this will let us Phoenix with Izzet Charm backup for Seal Away. Attack Narset. Narset's going to take it. Love to see it. Alright. Go ahead. Might opt on their turn. It depends. If they Supreme Verdict us, I probably will not. Gyre Reach Sanitarium. This is actually kind of sick, because it lets me cast our Fiery Temper if they just, like, activate it. That's actually pretty disgusting. They activate. We respond. Upkeep. Cast. Target Narset. They counter. We counter back. And then you let us loot. I might opt in response to try to hit a bird. In fact, I think I will. Let's try to hit a bird that we can discard. Alright, bottom that. Alright, loot. Oh, well, I'm not bidding Chandra, that's for sure. Strategic planning. Alright. Attack you. Alright, we're like fairly even on cards. What is this? Is this another Narset? That'd be rough. Gross. I mean, they can't downtick. And we get to play Narset if they do the thing here? Alright, you got me. Discard a planning. I mean, we're definitely Chandring this turn, so I'm considering what the merits are of actually casting Strategic Planning here. I don't think there are any. Like, even if I hit Fiery Temper, I'm not really sure that's what I want to be doing. Although, we don't get to kill the Narset, which is relevant. Teferi 3 ban it? I don't know about that. I don't think Teferi 3 is that broken. I don't think it's broken at all, actually. What am I doing? If we Strategic Planning and hit Fiery Temper, I can Temper Narset, but then Chandra's less likely to resolve. Also can inform my Chandra. Do we have Wild Slashes in the deck? I don't think we do, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think we're just going to Chandra. Plus. Opt. No. Let's Strategic Planning. Try to find something with text. My own Narset. Yeah, I like my own Narset. Attack Narset. Fortunately, this Gyre Reach thing has mattered more than it should have, I feel like, given that we are pressuring the Planeswalkers here. What is this? Jace Architect. You got it. Opt and 2 others. There you go. Have the lands. Do not care. Put Opt into your hand. Nice. Nice Jace. And you have Gyre Reach as your next card. Reasonable. We have the option on which Walker to kill. Fiery Temper is so good. Holy shit. Cast, target, Narset. Whew. The actual perfects. We take those. Opt. Yeah, we'll discard opt. And then we draw a card for turn. What the heck? What happened? Was that on draw step? Am I an idiot? What was my draw for turn? What did I miss? What did I just miss? I should have the card in my hand, right? Like, oh no, I shouldn't. No, yeah, I should. Oh no, I drew Temper for turn, then looted away the opt. No, it doesn't actually draw a card. I just realized I'm doing this in the wrong phase. Yeah. So I think we're still going to +1 because if we hit Treasure Cruise, we're going to cast it. We're not going to cast Opt. We are going to attack Jace for 3. Kill the Walker. We're going to play Narset. They can start making 1/1s to pressure it, but I don't think that matters. Yeah, we'll take Treasure Cruise. Go. Seems like a good one. Beat any of these cards. We will keep playing. Man. Chandra Torch Defiance. What a reasonable Magic card. Also, Fiery Temperers have been incredible. A second Treasure Cruise. Okay. Let's lead off with a Chandra Plus. Island. Let's down tick a Narset. Another Narset. We take those. Let's cast a 1-mana Treasure Cruise. Exiling Cruise. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boop. Leaving 4 cards in the yard. Make that 5. Another Treasure Cruise. I get it. You want me to Treasure Cruise. I mean, I don't see a reason to win the game, so let's just draw back up to 7. I'm not even going to attack so our thing actually doesn't die. What does it cost? It costs 3 mana? Treasure Cruise. Another one. More Treasure Cruises. I mean, if I had a way to discard the 2 Phoenixes, that'd be kind of sick. But I do not. We could attack, but like I said, I don't want them pressuring. In fact, I might just play a Thing in the Ice to help block as well. And then we're just going to try to ult Chandra. Seems like a fine plan to me. Don't want Sealaways catching my stuff. Plus, like I said, Chandra's about to ult, so like make them have an answer to it. It's great too. Well, the fact they did this pre-combat actually means I get to just attack with Arclight Phoenix, so I think I'm going to do that. If they had like animated this, like maybe I wouldn't, but we are actually going to attack. Target opponent sacrifices a creature. You got it. It's sacrificed. Woof. That's gross. Alright, we're giving them business. Are we done? Like, I have 5 cards in hand, a Planeswalker about to ult. Like, are we done here? I suspect we're done here. We are. We are done here. Excellent. I have still yet to be ripped out of the blue-white decks, which I think is strange. I mean, I've liked our configuration so far. I like the fact we have all the Fiery Tempers, especially knowing that we're dealing with like a Narset, like Gaia Reach plan. Makes me a lot more excited about all the removal spells and stuff. Makes me more excited about disputes. Like, they were going a little hard on the Narset thing, trying to Narset us, but whatever. Makes our own Narsets a lot better, too, because it shuts down that whole plan out of them. Yeah, this is a hand I think we're going to keep, but it is pretty medium. The thing is, it has the tools to fight through walkers and early interactions, so The only thing I feel kind of weak to, like always, is an early Rest in Peace. Like, Rest in Peace specifically here would be really frustrating. Alright, well, they never have it. That's an awkward one. Because they have Narset on their deck, I think we just have to keep passing. We're also not missing land drops yet, so that's like a reason to keep taking draw steps. Izzet Charm. Sure. Does not change anything I'm going to do. There's a chance if we miss on land next turn and they don't play anything I care about that I just Izzet Charm next turn, this turn. Yeah, Izzet Charm on instep to like help make Arclight Phoenix work, although these Fiery Tempers need help. We need to make our land drops. That's the whole TLDR here. They have Dispute backup? Gross. They definitely do. Alright. Kill me. Yep. That's rough. Maybe they'll down tick it and we'll draw land. They're just not about the down tick life. I think we just need a red source, honestly. Alright, we'll take this. Shock it in case they draw the Gyre Reach land because we want to opt on their turn. I think. I don't really know. Also represents Izzet Charm, I guess. Alright. Down tick Narset. A syncopate. You got it. Opt. Bottom that one? Whoa. Okay. I'm going to shock this in as well. Basically, if they move at all, stop on opponent's upkeep. We're going to Fiery Temper. If we Fiery Temper now, it's for 3. Yeah, no, there's no reason to Fiery Temper now. Cast this on their upkeep. They might let it go if they have another one, but I think that's fine. And like them minusing does indicate they may have another one. They might just syncopate here. Nah, they have another one. Don't have another one? What's happening here? Tell me what's happening. Can't take a spell. Gain 3. You got it. You may play the rest of your turn. 3 mana. Down tick. Rest in peace. Jesus Christ. Alright, we can move on. I finally got rest in peace. We can move on. There's like a sliver of a chance I win that game using like Fiery Temper into Crackling Drake, but I am not interested in playing that one out. It's just not going to be good content. So we've gotten really beat up as Phoenix. We haven't really played any of the mana creature decks, which I feel like are supposed to be the decks we're good against, right? Like, Thing in the Ice has looked really bad in all of our matchups, and it's the best card in all the old Phoenix decks. So, like, it makes me think either the deck's underpowered because Thing in the Ice is bad, or we just haven't played what are supposed to be, quote-unquote, our good matchups. This still isn't Tron. Makes me sad. What makes you think I would play Tron, Mason? Tron is so bad. So bad. Yeah, we'll keep this. This deck feels like a deck missing Faithless Looting. Like a deck missing Faithless Looting and probably Fry. I think we want Fry. Watching this go down, oh, okay. Well, I guess we found our creature deck. If our Thing in the Ice isn't good here, I don't know where it's going to be good. I think we're just Wild Slashing. Wild Slash. There's no Drog Skull Captain. I don't really know what matters more than their 1-drop getting early damage and tempoing us out. Because I think in the ices are so much slower without, like, free spells. So, no. Without free spells. So, like, our Thing in the Ice needs more time. And they may be, like, a Collected Company, maybe, like, Reflector Mage deck. So, like, I think... Blue-White Spirits. The 1-3. The 2-1. You got it. Yeah, so like, this is just a much more anemic draw than if we were taking like 2 this turn and they'd have like a counter spell plus a protection spell so they could just pick what they want to do. Whereas like hopefully everything they play from now on is going to be on curve and thinking they're just going to murder them. But if we get Reflector Maged, it's a disaster. And we're drawing nothing but lands, which is also really bad. But the matchup for Phoenix in Modern against Spirits was comically in Phoenix's favor. So hopefully it will be here in Pioneer as well. I wonder if there's like a Reflector Mage Spirits deck that like plays Collected Company. That could be sweet. And you also get access to the Bant Tameo. That's pretty good. Smuggler's Copter. That's adorable. You just have a hit for 2? Is this what we're doing? I mean, this card's good against Thing in the Ice, I guess. Spirits, call Cat. I don't think Cat is interested in talking to me. Alright, Fiery Temper. That's actually kind of nice. Like, what if we had Lightning Axe? That'd be so sick. Am I supposed to opt main phase? That's the real question. Like, I could opt main phase, or I could just try to shoot this Smuggler's Copter and then make them sack the thing. Ugh. Opting main phase sounds attractive. They like sack this. Maybe we just kill this. Magic is very difficult. Because it makes them play more things into Thing in the Ice instead of just being able to like animate, attack, or whatever. Alright. I talked myself into it. This is like really weird timing. But like, they're missing land drops if they have some 3-drops in their hand. Like, I don't know. Like, there's a universe where that Fiery Temper makes sense, I feel like. Because, like, otherwise I could shoot it. If I shoot it on their turn at any point, they get to crew and play an untapped thing or whatever. Okay. Well, now I feel like just a genius, so I guess that's alright. Let's opt. I'm going to cast the first opt. If I don't see something good off this specific opt, I'm probably just not going to cast another one. This might be like a last breath. No, there's no way they have like non-Reflector Mage removal, right? Yikes. Opt. Alright, you convinced me. We're going. It's go time. Opt. 2-mana spell. Treasure Cruise. Izzet Charm. Opt. I could have actually lootinged with the Izzet Charm, but I think we can get a 1-for-1 out of it. Do you have a removal spell, Fake Frog? What are you doing? Oh no. Okay. Big sad. Watch, we'll find like a bird here too, so I'll just feel like a complete chungus. Something broken. It's called Bant Company. Well, the Bant Company deck's just like kind of bad. Right? Like, I'm not excited at all by anything Bant Company's doing. Like, it's just so slow, so clunky. Whereas like Spirits has a little bit more synergy. Like, they have a good 1-drop. Like, Selfless Spirits, a little built-in Wrath protection. Like, it just feels like you're a better deck. I have a multitude of lands. Thing in the Ice. Do you have like a counter spell or something? Like, what are we doing? Strategic planning. You could play a Stomp actually in like this like theoretical fair deck. Although that's another color, isn't it? Because I was like, yeah, hitting like a 4/3 seems fine. Yeah, I'll take Treasure Cruise. We'll take that one. You think they have a counter spell? I don't think they're bad at. I don't think they're bad at all. Treasure Cruise. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Who? Don't counter me, bro. I mean, they're not F6, which makes me think like maybe they have something, but it turns out they do not have something. They are missing land drops, and maybe that's a problem with this deck, because like you want to have a low land count. Although you do get to Mutavault. You get to Mutavault people. Rattle Chains. That's adorable. Now all your spirits have flash. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, this deck wants to hit like land drops and also wants like a critical mass of creatures, so it's probably just like kind of bad. Animate Smugly. You're pretty sure we're going to flip your board this turn. And then you could hit me with Smugly again. Try to hit land drops. Yeah, this is all fine. Everything is fine. Our creature's a little bigger. Spellcaller just discarded Spellcaller. I guess we missed our land drop, huh? Phoenix? Alright, I mean, it's go time. Draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. Hello? I like to draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. One of which being Arclight Phoenix if we draw 2 spells. I'm going to have faith in this deck to hit another spell. That's what we're going to do. Because we hit a strategic planning, which lets me look for more birds. Something I'm very interested in. Put those in your hand. Hit a Treasure Cruise. My God. Treasure Cruise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Blue. And we get to even hold up Lightning Axe for the Copter. Daggerthal. Now this brings me back. It's done on turn 6 instead of turn 4, but the old flip thing hit you for 10. I missed it. I missed it, chat. Drake, will this be on YouTube? Archive Trapping? Yes, it will. It will be on YouTube. This whole thing will be on YouTube. It took a lot more setup, and it took Ancestral Recall, but we finally did the old flip thing, bring back birds, the good classics. Alright, I want removal spells. I want Abrades. Although it does hit Smuggler's Copter here, but I guess the 3 damage would hit Smuggler's Copter too. I wonder if Dispute's actually fine. There's no Cavern of Souls in this format. There's no Cavern of Souls, there's no Aether Vial. You lose all of your built-in, like, protection. Might be alright. This, like, blocks. Kind of want this. Like, it's just like a 3-mana flying blocker. That might just be kind of bad. Maybe like Chandra's fine. Just like become this like weird control deck. Yeah, I'm not even sure. Like, I feel like I just want to be this blue-red control deck. And if I get ripped, I feel like a Chungus. So we're just going to like put these away. Birds are fine. Lightning Axes make me upset. Because they're card disadvantage in a matchup that I do not want to be card disadvantage in. I think strategic planning is a little slow, especially if we're cutting our thing in the ices. I'm sorry, not our thing in the ices, our treasure cruises in some capacity. Now it's like Crackling Drake versus Arclight Phoenix, and it depends a lot on whether or not they have Reflector Mage as a primary part of their game plan. I'm very much just making stuff up here. I might just cut a land, although I'm trying to get these 4-drops in play. But we're losing a lot of the ways we have to mitigate land drops. I don't really want to cut the birds because I feel like the blocking with them is fine. Wild Slash seems to have an abundance of targets among all the X ones. I wish we were playing Electrickery. That'd be a good card. What was the worst land in this deck? Like Sulfur Falls? Shivan Reef? Cut like a land. We're going to cut a land. We're on the draw. We're going to cut a land. And Fiery Tipper maybe is just like a little cute. Alright. Totally calculated. Did all the math. Charm seems borderline fine. I think Charm does enough. I'm having Vietnam flashbacks. Sebastian, dude, it's so good. It's so good. Phoenix is so good. This fake frog is getting the business. We finally found a good matchup. We finally found one. It's fine by me. Sand's kind of sweet. I will be keeping this. We need them to have, like, nothing on one tilt. We need them to have, what's it called? The stupid Chungus onto the 1/3. Treasure Cruise. Don't rip me, bro. Don't rip me. I drew one of my 2 Treasure Cruises. I only have 2 of these in the deck. An unplayable one. Alright, have that Chungus 1/3. Or Rattle Chains. Yeah. Just like hold up our mana and give them the business. Port Town? Rough, buddy. Watch she be like Selfless Spirit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Counter it. Counter it. Look at this 1-for-1ing. It's either a 1-mana shock for this or it answers this. And we have the backup spell to kill that too. So it'd be like that. They just let it get countered. That's so sick. They're concerned about the sweeper protection. We just traded up on mana, chat. Wild Slash? That is so gross. Guess that. Now we have this for Spell Queller. Like, keeping the 3 damage one is actually really relevant against Spell Queller. So, like, I really was kind of begrudging probably having to use our Abrade. But now we don't even have to use the Abrade because we drew Wild Slash. Look how close this matchup is. Just 1 mana removal spells for everything. And they're gonna want to like hold up mana, and it's just gonna be an embarrassment from here. Maybe they'll play Copter and we just blow it up with a Braid. Oh, this clown? Sure. That's obnoxious. Thing in the ice? Puke. Thing. That's a good one. We've been drawing like mono runners. Like, jeez, this deck is not letting us lose. Just all runners all the time. One mana removal spells into Ancestral? Yeah, PogChamp. Are we owning? We're owning this match. Oh no! Whatever shall I do? What would happen if something happened to my thing in the ice? Pog, chat. Fucking Pog. That's fine. Everything's fine. I don't care. Do not care, chat. Snapcaster Mage 69. That sounds nice, Snapcaster Mage. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Let's cast Abrade, dealing 3 damage to this. I will take that one back, please. Please, thank you. Alright, and then we're going to cast Charter Course so we can set up to Treasure Cruise next turn. And if we don't get to Treasure Cruise, it's because they sacked this creature, and that's fine by me. Mr. TJ Poole, thank you for the follow. I think I know you, TJ. How's it going? Play another thing in the ice and bounce the deputy? No. Ooh. These are all spells. We like spells. Your turn. Hopefully they'll hold mana up and try to spell color me, and we're going to get that dispute action in. It'll be disgusting. You do know me. That's lovely. Another deputy. Oh no. Whatever shall I do, chat? What shall I do? We're going to cast an Ancestral Recall. You got me. They're not about it. You're not about it. You're not about it. Even if they are, I just don't even care. Like, it's just free card advantage. No matter what, we're getting card advantage this turn. Tormod's Crypt ain't it, Chief. Oh, that's kind of a good one, but we're casting Ancestral this turn. 1, 2, 3. Treasure Cruise. Graveyard hates bad against Treasure Cruise. Here's why. Nice. Let me just like blow this Chungus up. I don't even know that I care that much. Yeah, let's just get the clock off me. Like, we're probably just playing Crackling Drake, but I'm willing to trade 1 mana for their 2. Especially when they're missing land drops. Like, we're just in great shape. I would like to have hit a land there so that we could play Crackling Drake with Dispute backup for their Spell Queller this turn, but it doesn't really matter. Like, they have, as long as they have no clock, I think we have the inevitability. Are they shocking here? If they shock, it's a little scary. It means they might have Dispute. Or, like, the 1 mana idiot, the Mausoleum Wanderer. Hit me for 1. Sounds good to me. Cruise gets around Queller. It does, too. Boggles player. That's right. I do remember. Thank you for your follow. I really appreciate it. What is this? A Supreme Phantom. Another 1/3. You got it. That is a hell of a draw step. We're going to play it. If you have a Rattle Chains, you should cast it now. Because if you don't, then when I dispute your Rattle Chains, it is going to be gross. I should have opted main phase to hit a land. I am a Chunkus. Maybe they'll have another Deputy and trade up my thing in the ice again. That's what's under this, right? Yeah. Currently 5 mana worth of stuff in play to be bounced by thing. Pretty reasonable. Dude, this game has not felt competitive. Like, we've been playing Magic the whole time, but, like, from this side, like, they have 3 cards in hand, and I'm just not scared of anything they're doing. Like, nothing. Nothing they can produce here really terrifies me. Maybe, like, a Gideon Ally of Zendikar. I'd be a little scared of that. But even still, not really. I just bounce all the tokens. Block. They're not even about it. I would have snapped off the block. It's no fun. Okay. What do you have? A Siren Storm Tamer. Okay. Whether it targets you or a creature you control. So your plan is to just 1-for-1 me out of the game? I'm the Treasure Cruise deck. I'm gonna put that one on. What do you think? On top or bottom? I think we'll top that one. I think just this once we'll top it. We'll opt again. We're looking for a land here. Oh dang, there's a land. It's an untapped land too. Ooh, PogChamp. Alright. I'm gonna cast this one. I don't know. It just seems kind of fine to me. Spell Queller is going to get disputed. Although, that still picks up their whole board and the Sweltering Suns doesn't do anything. So, they probably should cast Spell Queller after this counter is removed if they are on top of things. Right? Although, I don't think it actually particularly matters. I would like to kill all of these, please. Oh, thank you. Chart, of course. I'm flipping one of them in case they have another deputy. Like, I just don't want them getting both. And obviously, flipping one changes the name. So, I am interested in actually just flipping one of them. And I have a card I want to discard. So, like, this is, like, not that low value of a play. Wow. That is bad. And it also puts a clock on them. So, like, there's, like, a lot of benefit, I think, to flipping the first one. Versus just, like, holding it and trying to get more value out of the flip itself. So, love to see it. I don't have cast the opt, actually, in case of Queller. Quelling the opt? I'm cool with quelling the opt, right? What? The second opt doesn't matter. They quell it and I just pick it up with the Sweltering Suns, right? They bounced it. Okay. So we can counter it as long as we have mana. So let's just cast... I want to get a clock on him. I basically want my Chandra to be a Flame Tongue Kavu, so I'm actually going to play my Crackling Drake and hope that they try to go for the Queller, and then we're going to dispute that, and then we're going to try to get this Chandra to be a Flame Tongue Kavu. We have one card left. These disputes have been disgusting, and the fact you can bring in dispute against fair. The fact you can bring in dispute against that matchup is absolutely repulsive. Like, I was kind of interested in spirits when they had their like kind of sweet curve, and then after watching this game play out, I am not even remotely interested in spirits and Pioneer. You just get obliterated by 1-mana counterspell. It's just like literally a Pyroblast. 1, 2, 3 pwned. All right, come taste it. Nice Cavern opponent. Yeah. I mean, if they had Cavern in Aether Vial, none of that's possible because I'm just not bringing it in. This hand is sweet. I'm keeping it. This hand looks awful, but I think it's secretly great. And that probably means I'm dead. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude, Mystical Dispute's also just incredible. Oh, my God. The one time I get to play against the mana creature. Oh, Zoo? Oh, no. Oh, no. Whatever, there's a lot of removal spells in our deck, chat. We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. Everything's fine. Experiment 1. Oh, no. Who did the art on this? Chase down. All right. Opponent still in the tank. They might have other plays. They're going to Memnite me. Doesn't grow Experiment 1. Mem's not even in the format. Do we have Ornithopter? I think we do have Ornithopter. I think it was in 15. All right, that is a removal spell. Here's this. Go. Burning Tree, Bushwhacker, kill you. Blah, 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 blah. Black. Why are you in black? I'll take 1. This is the smallest Experiment 1 on turn 2 I think I've ever seen. Normally, at least there's a second creature. A Pelt Collector. A Hardened Scales. Okay, and Lightning Axe. This is interesting. Axe kills big one. We got Izzet Charm to kill small one. Let's play Mountain and pass. We have we can Axe, discard Phoenix as well. I want to see if they go for like Nissa, right? Winding Constrictor. That's a problem. And we have to Axe that one. So what's the best one of these? This one regenerates. All right, but this one gets trample. That's all that matters, but cares about things dying. Whereas this one can regenerate. So I think we kill the one that can regenerate. So we're going to get hit for 3. 4. Sure. Oh, yeah, because, like, it counts itself. Okay. Now, we can just Lightning Axe, and we can just keep setting up. Alright, yeah, let's do that. I think I'm going to Lightning Axe this, because, like, these don't really work well with each other. I need to figure out what matters, like, in this Hardened Skills deck. Like, do the counters pay off things matter, or do these enablers matter? I'd like to say the enablers matter more, but I'm going to take more damage from this thing, just, like, sitting here being a Chungus. Avatar the Resolute. Oh, that's a big one. Plus plus counter for each other creature with a plus counter on it. Is this a trigger? This isn't a trigger. This is going to enter with some counters on it. I think we have to Lightning Axe that because it has reach and trample. 6/5, and it's going to grow this thing. Oh man! All right, these are some big stuff. This has trample. They both have trample. All right. Yikes. All right, killing the big thing seems tough. 13. Another Lightning Axe? That's so freaking good. Holy cow. That is unbelievably good. Alright, so we can strategic planning, take Fiery Temper, go Lightning Axe, discard this, Madness, Cast on this. And that's disgusting. And we get back 2 birds. Wow. Unbelievable how good that turn was. That was a hell of a turn 4. That's a modern power level turn 4 right there. Whew! Whew! This gets me hot and bothered just thinking about it. They have another follow-up? They have like Ballista or something? Oh, they do have Ballista. That's frustrating. Alright, I mean, my plan is race. I don't know if it's a good plan, but with a single wild slash, we race well. There's 6 cards in the graveyard. Alright, I think we're just digging for a wild slash, so I'm willing to play this land. If they draw land and pump Ballista, they put it to 4, 7... take me to 7 to 6. They can hit me for 4. That doesn't kill me. So I'm just going to attack and hope nothing bad happens. Although they can like set up a pretty good racing scenario. Chart. Wild slash. There it is. There's the wild slash. I don't know if I'm supposed to wild slash this Ballista since I can. I'm gonna like Treasure Cruise to get more info on that. Mostly because I want to Treasure Cruise anyway at some point. And like I said, if we wild slash one, well, those are some good Magic cards. All right, now we're gonna wild slash, lose our I'm sorry. Yeah, lose a bird, and that's just fine. Because we're still going to win the race. By like a lot. Because we drew 2 Crackling Drakes. Because we're unbelievable. And Ancestral Recall is a good Magic card. No Shock is good for me. Is this a Nissa? It is a Nissa. I'm so smart. Pop it to 5. Yeah, you have to down tick, right? Hit me for 5. That hurts. Ow. Another wild slash. Crackling Drake. Okay. What matters? Like, I don't think blocking matters. I'm not sure. They have no cards in hand. We should attack them, right? Like, are we just wasting our time here? I think we just attack them. Attack you. I may not even be supposed to attack, but like 2 wild slashes means that any spell we draw brings back the other bird. Like, I just don't know what the blowout is. Like, I have no idea what the card they draw and blow us out is. Like, Ballista? Ballista doesn't even do it. Stone Coil Serpent. Sure as hell doesn't. Oh, that has reach. Yikes. It's a hell of a Magic card. This doesn't have, like, shoot me for anything, does it? Alright, cool. So, you get a free block here. You're currently taking 3. I have 2 wild slashes. We're done. This was closer than it should have been, given how disgusting our earlier turn was. Jeez. Alright, we could just burn you out. Shoot you. Wild slash you. Good game. We both played hard. That was so hard. Alright, that Stone Coil Serpent's kind of a problem. I bet that card is going to be kind of hard to beat. Okay. They have some Chungus. I actually like Brazen Borrower a lot. Just like the tempo here seems relevant. Abrade seems incredible. I just want things that kill stuff. Things that kill stuff. Come in my deck. You kill stuff. Get in the deck. The deck doesn't want you to lose. Oh yeah, I drew like a god. That was not bad. That was not bad. Alright, the Mopey counterspell. Like, the Mopey cantrips, I think I'm just kind of off. Because, like, our plan for this game is kill almost everything, Treasure Cruise to refuel, call it a day. Good game, we both played hard. So, I think some of the Chungus counterspells got to go, and I think these Crackling Drakes are atrocious. They just die to Ballistas very easily. They have, like, multiple reach things. They have Avatar the Resolute, and they have, what's the other guy? The stupid protection from multicolored guy. I'm off Crackling Drake. Get out of my deck. Although Chandra might suck, too. What if we just, like, went linear? Linear. At least with not very many threats. Like, my ways to win the game are literally Thing in the Ice, Arclight Phoenix, period. And, like, one Brazen Borrower. I'll have, like, one Chandra in the deck. Planning or Charter Course is a question worth talking about. I think planning's a little better for cutting cantrips, so I actually think we're going to cut all the Charter Courses. This is not mathematical in any way. Wild Slash feels okay. Lightning Axe is important because their things are Chungus, but is questionable. Izzet Charm's actually kind of bad. Alright, we're going to cut an Izzet Charm. I think it's better than Crackling Drake. I'm sorry, better than Charter Course, but I don't hate how we've sideboarded here. Like, Fiery Temper at the 3-mana rate's, like, fine. We also have Lightning Axes that we're leaving in to enable Fiery Tempers, like, other mode. I think we're alright. I think this hand's good, too. Painless Mana's nice. I mean, we're not going to have anything... I think we're going to get run over this game because I think that, like, any of their 1-drops they have are just going to kind of kill us. But if we do draw, like, a Lightning Axe, we can kill, like, 2 things with this hand, which is pretty disgusting. Charter Course making your hand better by removing birds. I mean, a lot of our cards makes our hand better by removing birds, right? Like, theoretically, strategic... Oh, no. Oh, man. Well, they're on a 4. So, let's hope their 4 sucks. And that we draw Brazen Borrower. Well, this got easy. Because we're on hard cast or shit mode. So they just know I have a Wild Slash? Alright, sure, whatever. You got me. Experiment 1, you got it. Sure, play this. 2 cards left. This is a little unfortunate. Hardened Scales is fine. I'm going to take my 1. Hopefully Snare Thopters will get there. Our plan now is like kill everything and tempo them out with Snare Thopters. How does Madness work? If you discard this card, discard it into exile. Okay. So this is actually fine. I'm going to top this. Opt. I'm going to bottom this. Oh, we drew a Spirebluff Canal. I'm so lucky. Okay. Yeah, I don't really want a strategic planning very much. Just not super interested at the moment. Like a slightly better turn. Ballista, X equals 1. This is a trigger. Is Evolve a trigger? Yeah, it is. Cool. Well, I can't stop that from happening. Cast the additional cost. Derp, derp, derp. Discard a card. What am I targeting with this? That one. Cast it, target this. Do the thing. Kill the creatures. Kill them dead. Very dead. And I have nothing else after that. Save some life. Snare Thopter. Ah! We'll have 8 lands eventually, chat. No worries. Strategic planning. I'll take an Arclight Phoenix. I'm going to cast another one. Strategic planning. I'll take a Fiery Temper. Alright, we got a Snare Thopter. Our plan now is win the race. They have nothing but air, like ley lines and scales and garbage, and we're going to win the race with this Snare Thopter. Nope. While we make land drops to eventually cast a Treasure Cruise for 1,000 mana. What do we have? 5, 6th in hand. Only need 2 more. Close game. Nothing? I need your last card to suck, please. Leyline. That does not count as sucking. That is definitively not sucking. Fucking A. Oh, well, they missed attacking at least. How nice of them. So we can combo shoot this and we get ahead on life. This is not a good fucking plan. And we need them to, like, brick for the rest of the game. Right. Or we could just, like, try to race. What is this, 9? We have 5 burn in hand? I don't know. I didn't come to block. So this puts them to 14. We can shoot them for 5 to 9, and we're a bolt short of actually winning this game. Well, this is bad. We're in trouble. We could double shoot this Rishkar, because this regenerates. So we could just shoot this Rishkar. They hit me for 5. We draw a second bird, we win the race. That sounds a lot more attractive to me. Yeah. God, why can't Lightning Bolt be in this format? These Wild Slashes are so bad. Okay, let's look at this. Wild Slash that. Okay, hit me for 5 to 12. And you need to draw nothing for the rest of the game? Alright, that's step 1. Bird! Bird? That's pretty damn good. That is pretty damn good. Alright. Let's see what's good. We got a plan. They can never draw Ballista ever. Like, it's just not allowed. They cannot draw Ballista. No. No Ballista. What is this? Oh, it's that Reach Chungus? Uh-oh. Okay. This evolves it to, like, 7 or whatever. Okay. We still have the Nout, right? We bounce this. God, this has reach. Yikes. I mean, we have to take our 7. I mean, we're not chumping. It's just not happening. Lets me draw a thing in the ice to potentially chump. Alright, we're going to figure this out. Jeremy MTG1, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Cast. It's a little late. Oh, no. Cancel. Cast. Bounce that. God, Brazen Borrower has actually been really good. Salted Asparagus. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Cast. This gives me 6. So if we draw something reasonable, does that qualify? I don't think it does. I feel dead. Oh, no. That wrong one. Deck with this one. But you do 8. I think we're dead. That Rishkar, man. That Rishkar. They drew land there, but I just had too much gas. Yeah, it's the only card now. They're just going to pump all their mana into it. X is 6. Put a 7th counter. Make this huge. Yeah, I think we're dead. Whatever. We'll take a draw step. Why not? Block. Doesn't feel good, man. Alright. Alright, yeah, we're dead. Land's a little too late. Alright, so I definitely want a better plan for Leylines of the Void, because I think that card's really good in this format, and I think we are really bad against it. What matters? Chandra would not have looked very good there, but we also didn't do a good job keeping the board clear. I think Crackling Drake is better than I think, just because we can't beat that artifact idiot as it is. So I think we have to be the aggressor. So I think our plan now is to just be like a better tempo deck than we were there. Like, and we actually want the Crackling Drakes to do stuff. I thought they were going to be bad because of that big X card, but we just can't beat that card anyway. Sweltering Suns better than Anger of the Gods? I don't know. I don't think so. My opinion is that I do not think so. Yeah, I mean, I didn't show up to mulligan this hand. It's like a hand actively good against Leyline, which they've shown they're willing to mulligan for. At least last game they were willing to show that. And we have early removal, Optifine lands. Like, it just has everything I'm looking for here. We're going to shock. If they play a one-drop, we are just going to opt still. Try to find a land. I think finding a land's far more important. And then, like, whatever, we can just play our thing in the ice and hope that they don't have anything and just Wild Slash afterwards. Like, they'll probably get a big creature on turn 1. Like, or their turn 1 creature will get really big, and we will have to hope that we can flip thing in the ice in a reasonable time frame. But, I mean, all of our spells in our hand, like, our actual spells cost, like, 2 or less, so that is appealing for actually being able to cast your spells. And, like, hopefully we'll hit our land drop so we can go, like, thing in the ice on 2 and then go, like, 1/1, put it to 2, and then untap and go, like, we'll find our 3rd land there, and the 4th land will go, like, bam, bam, flip. Seems good to me. They're in the tank on this hand. In the tank. Opponent, what are you doing? Help me catch up on time, I guess. It's probably no lands with a ley line. I doubt that. It probably is just like a bad hand with a ley line is my guess. Or it's like a medium hand, no ley line. But I don't think they would think this long. So I think there has to be some kind of merit to it. If they've tanked this long and they go Leyline on one, I think I'm excited because our hand's actively good against Leyline, and obviously they probably kept a bad hand around like the fact that Leyline is in it. So yeah, they kept. What you got? We're in my upkeep. Skips their draw. They kept. They kept no Leylines, so that's pretty nice. Means our treasure cruisers are actually gonna work this game. What you got? Hardened skills? Perfect. That's actually really helpful because it means I'm not tempted to Wild Slash. I'm just going to opt. I'm going to bottom the 4-drop and draw a land like the skilled magician I am. Skill, 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 chat. All skill. Play the broken card. Go. Deploy your Chunguses. I do not care. You're going to take damage from this too. I wonder if it's a 1-lander. Double scales? No land. My guy. What are you doing? Well, let's strategic planning since we have time. Is 4th land... 4th land's not better than Temper or Abrade. The question is Temper or Abrade better? I think Temper's a little better. But, I mean, all the things they're going to play are going to be freaking huge. So... Abrade might just be better. I'm going to take the Temper because it can go face. Like, if all of this is dead, this one goes face. I'm not going to opt to try to hit a land because I don't think it's that important that we do. The only punishment is if we draw another land, it's just like a Fire Temper or whatever. I'm sorry, Spirebluff Canal. Okay. If you insist. Arclight Phoenix? Yeah, I'll top that one. I'll put that one right on top where it goes. So we need a land here. Alright, we're just going to throw everything face. We're just going to kill him. Whatever. Shock this. Cast Izzet Charm. Draw, discard 2. Unfortunately, if we draw a second... Okay, good. If we drew a second bird, we couldn't actually discard it. I'm glad I took the temper now. I feel so smart. Yep, bolt you. Bolt you. Bad bolt you. Shock you! Alright. You're dead. Go. Kill you on turn 5. Just like Modern. Just like Modern. We done? We done here? Did we get you? I don't know what gets you out. We got there. Look at that one chesty. I worked hard for that chesty. Alright. So, lost to blue-white and, like, Sultai cards. So, and we beat blue-white. We beat Hardened Scales stuff. And we beat Spirits. About what I expected. If you told me we 2-3 this league, I would have believed you. Like, just like all the fair decks are probably medium-ish matchups. Let's talk about my thoughts. My thoughts. Having no answers to enchantments is a problem. I wonder if we could play something like a Null, although that doesn't answer ley lines. So maybe just the answer is more Brazen Borrower. Like, Treasure Cruise is so important for our strategy because our entire deck is underpowered if this card is bad and this card's unusable. Like, that is like the definition of our deck, right? If Thing in the Ice is bad and Treasure Cruise can't be used, so like if we're playing against like a Fatal Push deck and they have Leyline of the Void, or we're playing against like a blue-white deck and they have Rest in Peace, then our entire deck, like all these cards are bad. They're just like horrible cards. Like what we're doing here is just bad. There's a little bit of leeway where like if all of this stuff is good, like we saw against Spirits, that like maybe they can have Rest in Peace and like we don't care as much, but Thing in the Ice is good there. So like where are you going to have your removal spells be good that your Thing in the Ices aren't? Probably doesn't exist. But we rely so hard on Treasure Cruise to be the broken thing we're doing that I think we want more, either like a better juke for the graveyard than just like Planeswalkers, or we want like more Brazen Borrowers and stuff. So, what does that bring me to? First off, the sweepers. I kind of want them to be Anger of the Gods still, but maybe Sweltering Suns is fine. I would have to play more than this, see when it actually matters, but like if we're playing against like any kind of like graveyard rally, if we're playing against like Rally, Aristocrats, anything like that, I think we want Anger of the Gods. So maybe like a split. All right. I'll cede. Let's do a split. An Anger of the Gods, Sweltering Suns split. That's probably what I would do if I were to play this deck again. The pile of Narsets was important for beating the fair decks, but I wasn't overwhelmed at all. I liked the 4 disputes. The 4 disputes did actually seem really good. I want another Brazen Borrower, so let's maybe convert a Narset into a Brazen Borrower. Like, we ended up flooded on Narsets every game against blue-white. Like, we just didn't need 1,000 of them. I don't like the pile of Abrades, but 2 seems fine, especially if we're going to be playing against, like, Hardened Scales. If we're going to play against that stupid Reach multicolored guy, like, okay, we can braid that. That's nice. So, like, let's cut an Abrade. I liked the 2 Chandras, and I want these cards to be something else. Like, these 4 cards, I think I want to be something else. They can be ley lines, if that's important. Oh, no, I want a Narset. Maybe 2. How many Narsets do I want? Well, alright. So, yeah, like, here's the thing. If Narset's mostly for the mirror, I want these to be, like, ley lines. But because we're a good leyline deck, because we have good ways to discard them. Like after if we draw them late in the game, we're a cantrip deck, we have a bunch of bad cantrips, we can like discard them late in the game. That's pretty nice. Or if they Urborg us, we can cast it. But if we do care about Narset, and like we're saying, okay, leyline is not our plan for the mirror, we don't want to play leyline. I still want 2 Narsets, and I think I want like another Brazen Borrower and just another card, like a negate. Maybe one of these becomes a negate. Like 3 disputes, like it's still fine. The diminished returns on the 4th is pretty high. So like these 2 become like negates. Don't hate that. Disdainful Stroke, also acceptable. Good against Lyra, so maybe like 1/1. I buy Disdainful Stroke because of Torrential Gearhulk. Alright. So like yeah, 2 Disdainful Strokes, a second Brazen Borrower, and like, that's the no leyline builds, and, like, split one of this with Anger. That's where I would iterate to next. The blockers were good, but I think we can play better cards. And the counter spells being only Dispute leaves us a little weak to Nexus and, like, Control decks, I think. Maybe Hazard or Keranos. I don't like Keranos because it feels like the white decks where we really want it have cast out, and it feels like the black decks are going to have, like, just discard, so it's, like, kind of a Chungus. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's fine. Maybe a one-off Keranos is okay. And, like, it's better than what these are, but I feel like Chandra's actually the best. Comes down a full turn earlier. So, yeah. Strokes. I'm sorry. 2 Brazen Borrowers, 2 Strokes. Run back the sideboard. As far as the main deck goes, it didn't feel super smooth. Like, we had some spots where we got to do the broken thing. We got to do, like, turn 4 flip thing with, like, a bird. We got to do that, like, once or twice. But in general, flipping our Thing in the Ices was incredibly hard. And so I think there might be a build of this deck where we get to go maybe less on the cruise, play, like, 3-ish, and we play Dreadhorde Arcanist at the main deck, so we have, like, another creature threat, and we play, like, Quickens. And just, like, Quickens sucks, but it's good with Phoenix. It's, like, fine for flipping Thing, and it's, like, good with Dreadhorde Arcanist. That's something I wouldn't mind trying. And to do that, I'd probably trim some of the nonsense. So, like, maybe strategic planning. Like, maybe cut, like, 3 strategic plannings and a treasure cruise for, I don't know what, like, oh, we're going to cut a Fiery Temper, too. So, there you go. We play, like, 2 Arcanists, 3 Quicken. Doesn't sound atrocious. I mean, it's, like, probably not busted, but, like, it seems okay. Maybe cut a land. Like, cut a 19th land. I did feel like we got flooded a lot. I don't know. Those are just kind of my general thoughts. Strategic planning was kind of a nice one for getting around Narset, though. So maybe I want to do a split with Charter Course. Also really good in the main deck game for filling Cruise. But, like, post-board was the first thing I wanted to cut almost every time if the removal spells were live. I don't know. Deck felt fine. Deck did not feel broken. It felt a lot like old Izzet Phoenix, which is, like, fine but not broken. So that'll wrap it up for the day. If you've been watching my content here on Twitch, you enjoyed what I've put out for you, please hit that follow button. It's the easiest way to support me on Twitch, and we'll let you know when I go live. If you are watching on YouTube and you've liked the content I've produced here today, hit the subscribe button. It's the easiest way to support me on YouTube, and we'll let you know when I post more videos. Other ways to support me, my stream, and Team Novus, to support my sponsors, which are currently actually misrepresented. There's 1 or 2 sponsors that have been shuffled around, so I'm not actually going to go into depth in all of them until I have a confirmation on everything that's settled out. So for now, support all the sponsors that are on screen. And they're all great companies, I promise. They sponsored Nova for the most of this year, and they were wonderful. So if you have watched any of my other videos, you know that the whole deal about them, because I always have my own spiel. There's links in the panels below to all their websites, as well as the coupon code you can use for things like Mana Traders, what's it called, Introspective, and the end games. So use Team Nova MTG for all of them. It should be above all of the links. It'll be in the description if you're on YouTube. It's in the panels below if you're on Twitch. Support my sponsors. They're great. For now, see you next week.